the pains there inside my weakness is the seed of something greater in me, and the shame of not choosing higher, of all the disappointing moments fade into God, and no mistakes have been made in God. All the ways we seem to fail in God all fade. It all fades into God. No choice, a prisoner of anguish, in a jail of I'm so lonely, in a jail of all is lost, but the stars shining to remind us the seed will need the darkness to change into new life, and no mistakes have been made in God. All the ways we seem to fail in God all fade. It all fades into God.
Fades when we allow it. So I invite you now to allow the chair you're sitting in to hold you, to allow the floor of this building and these ancient timbers that surround you to support and comfort you. I invite you to allow your eyes to close and to feel into this moment, to feel into the wholeness of who you really are. Knowing that you are supported, guided, knowing that you're loved. We allow ourselves to see clearly and without hesitation the resentments we still hold, the anger we harbor and nurture, the pain we cling to. Without judgment, we just see it. We see it, we know it, we celebrate our wholeness in the midst of this.
As painful as that may be, we look at what we've been chaining ourselves to. We look at the limitations we've embraced, the past we cling to. And the first step is we forgive ourselves. We give ourselves love and compassion right here and right now. I invite you to feel the warmest, the best hug you can remember. Now surrounding you, enfolding you, and comforting you. These divine arms, whether they be your grandmother, your mother, your spouse, your sibling, or your friend, these arms are now telling you it is all okay. For in this moment, we are going to let that go. We're going to leave the resentment behind, and we're going to give love for healing, to give love for restoration, to give love for our own self-interest. Generosity in self-interest. Generosity beyond measure. Love unlimited. For the more love you give, the more you have. There is no lack. There is only love. So right here, in this moment, I invite you to imagine you showering that situation, those situations which take up free rent in your mind, free space in your consciousness. Shower them with love, compassion, with abandon. Shower them with all the love you are. Imagine that in the silence. Just the thought of it makes me giddy. Makes me happy and makes me want to cry at the same time. The thought of loving without limitation, of being loved without expectation. The thought of being loved and whole. The thought of being who I really am. Sets me free, sets us all free, and heals the planet right here, right now.
In God
Is the infinite potential of our whole life.
in God
We can step forward and know the truth that we are forgiven and forgiving.
in God
We can know that all mistakes have led us to this now moment where we can soar and release all the chains of the past.
in God
We can see the truth of who our so-called enemy is.
in God
We can know that as we forgive, the situation shifts.
in God
We can finally let go of the pain of the past.
in God
We can finally know that it's okay to be us.
in God is the gravity that holds us together.
Finally
In
forgive.
God is the orbit in which we are standing. You see, when you see the stars, remember to remember.
Forgive for good.
Inside of your pain is the seed of your strength.
Forgive.
Is the gravity that holds us together.
In God.
Is the orbit in which we are standing.
Today.
When you see the stars, remember, 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 remember.
Right now.
Inside of your pain is the seed of your strength.
Today.
Is the gravity. Is the gravity. Is the
Love. Love without limits. Today is the day to love. To love yourself. To love others.
Inside of your pain is your strength.
It's time. Today is the day.
It's your strength.
Today I love. Today I give.
Is it your strength?
You see.
When you see, just remember.
Remember. To
Inside
remember.
your pain is strength. No mistakes have been made in God. All the ways we seem to fail in God all fade. It all fades in. It all fades in. It all fades into God.